Greetings. All right, so this is all your boy Lasana Batiste, and I have been waiting patiently. I've been waiting patiently for the kitchen all to myself. All right, so I'm going to be having a late breakfast this morning. Dolly, they gonna come on just now, man. Yes, so good morning, Dolly. Good morning, Rachel. Today is Saturday, and we're going to prepare some fried okras with tomatoes and saltfish. Wait, I set it for the month of May. Is today the 17th? Yeah, today's not the 17th. Well, look, I'm a bit confused there now, Dolly. All right, well, anyway, they will get the notification, and hopefully, we got at least have, hopefully, about 50 people in here this morning. So I'm just waiting for the numbers to go up a little bit, even though I'm hungry, I'm real hungry, guys. All right, the last meal I had was last night, the curry liver. So let me just hang on a little bit and see if we'll get some people. Let us see if we'll get some people inside here this morning. All right, so Dolly, like, is you and I alone on the chat here? So good morning. Good weather for some fried okra with tomatoes and saltfish. Hey, I had to cook curry liver and get some dollars too. Yes, man. You're sticking, Dolly. You're sticking. You have a channel and you ain't using it, man. You have to go live, right? So let me see how it's going. Only 7 people in the house. 3 people hit the like button. I want to say a special good morning to my girl Gina. All right, and you're doing a good job there this morning. She set up a table there, have a little marathon, and people will be passing and getting water to drink as they go along. Sandra, how you going? Good morning. All right, so yes, you have to use your ban, right? So we will be heading to the kitchen now, guys, and let me see what we do. I suppose I have my glasses somewhere in front, so I will be able to read a couple of comments as I go along, right? Nice. I done kind of set things up here already, so well, enjoy this live stream. So we starting right here by the sink, and I have some saltfish here, right? I have some saltfish, and we go in and organize and wash out the salt from it and put it to boil, right? Nice. Saltfish, man. Nothing sweeter than saltfish. Right, so it's just me alone. So just one little piece will do. And we don't rinse out that excessive salt. Nice. My little pot of water here. Right, so we put that to boil on the stove. Right, and let me get some light going here. Right, we'll turn it on high, and then when it's at a boil, we'll lower it a little bit. Right? And we could put this pot here to heat up in the meanwhile, because we ain't wasting time at all. A hungry man is an angry man. All right, so 18 people in the house. Good morning, everybody. Remember to hit the like button. We're going to prepare some okras, tomatoes, and saltfish. And I have a loy from last night. And, you know, I was wondering, look at how this looking here, guys. Do you think that I should pull this out and ball it out? You know, make back the wrong loy and put it to rest on the counter? right? So in the comments section, or should I just take this out and roll it just like that? Should I ball it back up? Jen, good morning, good morning. It's the 25th of May. All right. So we'll remember that. So I'll be waiting for the comments. Should I roll it over? All right. So let me do that one time, right? I pull out my chowky here. Pull out the chowky and get the flour, the paratan. Let me just ball back up that there. Right. Right, so this is what the dough looks like from overnight. Right. And we just go in and ball that back up there. Right. So good as new. Right. And we can leave this on this and just cover it up with that sappy, and let me begin to work on getting this okra ready to fry up. Nice. So it have a lot of rain here in Trinity today, guys. A lot of rain. It has been raining throughout the night. Start with some garlic here. I guess I'm going to pound that garlic. It has bottled this work real good. Nice. Saturday morning breakfast. Tomorrow, please God, I have to make a pilau for about 30 persons. So today I'm looking to do some pre-prep, cut up the chicken, have it seasoned. When we check out, she say, hey, she would like me to make a pilau. So doing that in advance, I will definitely do a lot of pre-prep today. Make a bottle of grind seasoning. Right? So that's my garlic. This is a little bowl that Suri gave to me. She said, Daddy, I want you to have this bowl. So I always make sure when I'm in the kitchen, I try to use it as much as possible. You know, I love my onions, eh? Nice. Hoping to fry up the saltfish first and remove it from the pot, and then fry the okra and then add back the saltfish to it, right? But depending on how the time going, I might add in the saltfish after. Well, you know, I love my onions. So I just start off most my vegetables like this: garlic, onion, and of course pepper, right? And depending on what I cook it, like if it's something like baygan, and I have pimentos, I will tend to cut up some pimentos while it's cooking, right? But most of my things, this is how I just always prepare most of my curry. Have a nice hot pepper here. And I love my pepper. Right, so that's the basic ingredients there, guys. All right, so the saltfish inside the boil as yet, so I could still give it a little time, and I will begin to break down the okras. Right? Excuse. Now these are some okras that I picked in the garden, and some might be hard, but most of them generally soft. I wash it already. I think I'm going to fry the okras first, right? I want it coming out kind of crispy, right? This okra kind of hard, so I ain't worrying with that. That's the thing about when you leave okras on your tree too long. And this is from, this okras you see in here is one picking, guys, and it's about 10 trees I have. So look at how much okras I get. And if I tell you something, the weight of the okras, it is very heavy. So I could tell that they're very dense, right? Right, hard okra here. So I just cut it off what I could until I get our resistance. Right, this entire fella here could be good. Right, so I have a bit of wastage here this morning due to my not picking the okras on time. So this is something I can't afford to, I can't let this happen to me, right? See how much wastage I gain here so far? Right, of course, I could put these to probably boil after and see what I could get out of it. Make like a okra water, which I understand is very good for high blood pressure. Right, so the saltfish boiling away there. So, right, so I straighten off the saltfish here. Just soaking in a little water until I'm ready for it. Right? And while I'm working on cutting up this, we could probably put the, what is called that again? What you just call this again? When you have like your onions and everything cut up and you're ready to fry it, it have a name for this, but I forget the name of it. Right, so we're going to throw in some oil. And I'm looking for a crispy okra, so this morning I'm using plenty oil, and what I will do is try to fish out the oil after. So hot oil, and going in there, And we just come back on this side here and continue to cut up the okras. So thing working. The stove working for me. And remember, I have been in the kitchen as long as the live started. So you'll have a good idea if you have your roti make the day before, how quickly you could prepare something like this. Right? I probably stayed like about 2 minutes in the caboose. So I have been in the kitchen now, guys, probably like about 13 minutes. I may as well cook out all these okras here. Alright. So I could throw this in there in the meanwhile. And I could continue to thing here. So we already have the okra done started cook, right? I would really like to train our tomatoes before I train the okra, but I completely forget that. But I will still cut up a tomato and put it inside of there. I'll cut it up really thin. Somebody say the tips good. So these young okras are training the tips. Right. Throw that inside of there. And we probably give a little turn there. Flip the camera. All right. Right, so I wouldn't be turning this up too much. And a tip that I learned right here in the community is don't add any salt as yet because I have spring water. So we want to cook this okra without adding any salt right now. So I kind of carry up my heat a little bit there. And what we could probably do is work on slicing up one of them tomatoes there. Alright, so it's always better to cook your tomatoes that quail up like that, you know, and keep these for something like maybe salad. So I'll use this one here. Cutting it up thin because I really want to fry up the tomatoes with the onion and the garlic. Because I don't want this making the okra even more slimy. Right? Alright, so the okra's gone inside there. And could somebody take a snapshot of this, summer? If somebody could take a snapshot and send it for me so I could use it as a thumbnail, right? I think this will make a really, really nice thumbnail, right? So I hope somebody have it snapped, right? Right, so we just go and let that do its thing there. Maybe I could lower that down a little bit now because it's starting to sizzle. And let me utilize that bowl and break apart the saltfish. Alright, now I don't like to mash up the saltfish too small. So I just basically flaking it apart here. Right, however it come apart. And I'm not even going to taste for salt because I'm going to throw this in. I think I'm going to throw this in now. And then I will adjust up my salt coming down in the end. So we're going inside here with this. Right, so that could start to fry up with that. Oh my gosh, guys, this is smelling so good, so good. So you just do your thing there, darling. Right, you go inside of the pot. Right, so let me just leave that to do your thing there. I think this temperature that I have it set at here is ideal. So let me just kind of organize up the kitchen here a little bit. Right, I'm thinking maybe I could put these okras to boil in some salted water and see if it will be usable, right? This one is really hard, so we'll discard that. And it will get a little saltfish flavor. Right, so I'm going to take this and put it to boil in the back. These days you can't waste nothing, you know. You can't waste nothing at all, right? Right. So we stayed on top of the game. And while that cooking, while the roti waiting, we could clean up the place, right? Clean as you go. Yes. I estimated this might take about 15 minutes to cook. Basically, I can't take that phone call, right? When I tell you, the house smelling nice. Real nice. Travel addict, good morning. Alright, so I wasn't following the conversation. I want to say good morning to everybody that is on the live stream. And I hope all you're enjoying this little segment on the Saturday morning. And I can't wait for tomorrow. If God spare life, tomorrow is Belinda's husband's tomorrow is Belinda's birthday. Let me just tell all of you I get mixed up. And tomorrow is Sharon M's husband's birthday, right? So we're celebrating two birthdays tomorrow, Belinda and also Sharon M's husband, Steve. So we're looking forward to that. Right, so right now I have this. I see Imtaz can just now. So Imtaz, morning. Good morning, Maureen. Right. Right now I have this on the perfect setting here. Right? If all you listen and if you look, you will see a little sizzle in there, but not to the point where it burning it. So this, I'm going to allow this to fry for maybe the next 5 minutes. So I will, when I turn this over, right? When I turn this over, we'll get to char the next side, right? So that is the situation here this morning. Alright, so let me get my glasses, or probably, nah, I better don't go in the caboose. I better stay out in front here because that okra could start to burn anytime too. Right? Looking for my glasses. I know I do the live stream outside here last night and I know I left the glasses somewhere in the kitchen here on the dining table. So Daddy probably move it. Let me go and see if I could find it. Yeah, so I really ain't too sure the location of my glasses this morning here. I sure I'll leave it on that dining table. Yeah. All right, but I could see a bit. I see we have 72 people in the house, so good morning, everybody. But I only have 16 likes, so I'm asking all you if all you could just exit the chat and hit the like button and come back in, right? Remember, this is the way how you could help the channel, right? If you could hit that like button, share videos, tell people about the channel, that is all I want all you to do for me, all right? So 87 people in the house, I believe. Is it 87? I seen correctly? Right? So, good morning, everybody. And this is all the boy, Lasana Baptiste. Right? Thanking all for all the support. I really appreciate it. We frying some okras, tomatoes, and saltfish this morning. And we're going to have that with, is that garnish I seen there? No, that is Glenn. Glenn, how you going? Everything good, my brother? And Wayne Lala. Good morning, good morning. How you going? Wayne Lala. You used to work in the airport. I saw you come in the other day and I say, I wonder if this is the same person I thinking about, boy. All right, and is it Kiba? I'm so sorry. I really don't. I need to find my glasses. I need to find my glasses, guys. Right? So many names going past there. I'm making out some. Nadine, good morning. The person above that, because I ain't too familiar with the name, yeah. I'll just make out some of these names with the little icon, right? Maureen Khan, is it? Maureen, how you going? Sandra, I hear you out, right? Good morning, good morning. Where are my glasses, boy? Where I put my glasses there? I sure I didn't leave it on the table there. All right, so let me go and check the okra. Flip camera. All right. So what we looking to do here, guys? This is my auntie Vidya tell me. She say, hey, don't mix up. See if you could turn it over, which makes sense. Right, so we're gonna see if we could turn that over. Right? Right, you see how that's beginning to char there? That's what I really like. Right, so we just settle it back here again and give that a little more cooking time there. This is going to taste real good. We could lower this guy in the back here now and just add in a little salt. So some salted okras. Hopefully it'll get soft. Right? And you know I just use everything. Right? Nice. I really wish I could get my glasses. I could give this our next 5 minutes, so I feel I could run in the caboose a little bit so I could read some of the comments. Right? 5 minutes. So somebody timed 5 minutes and say, hey, go and check the pot, right? Or depending on all, yeah? Remind me in 5 minutes from the time all of this see me sit down in the caboose. Remind me to go and check the okra, right? Right. So I am in the caboose. And what we could probably do is plug this chair here one time. So we have it locked on and going. All right, so Hanuman devotee, good morning. Maureen Khan, what you going to do with the steam okra? I might just put a little butter on that or fry it up. What happened, Maureen, is that some of the okras was hard because I take long to pick it. So I say rather than throw it away, let me see if I could boil it and if they could become a little edible. I hate throwing away anything from a garden. Yeah? All right, so remember 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes. Remind me to go and check the pot, right? All right, so we go in Florence Kalicharan J12. You can put less and fry it. Yeah. Sana Hanuman is asking about dropping off manure for you. Is it you that you left a comment about chicken manure and cow manure? I am very interested. You could give me a call, moderators, if you could put up a number, right? And we could talk. You could tell me a price and that kind of thing. I will really love to get some manure, all right? Because right now I pay something like about $50 for a bag. If we could negotiate something, I will love to support you, and you will be helping me too. So definitely contact me, and that'll be nice. Try some Mauritania. Okay, good idea. Good idea. I could pong it up with some pepper and take and make a nice little Mauritania. Yeah. Alright, so Dolly, thanks for that. Jade, you can take the harder okra and stuff and deep fry. Okay. Good. So let's tell me how I could utilize these overhard okra. So definitely I will. Who knows? We might go back in front there and pop up some and really make a little more taddy. Alright, so how many people we have in the house? I seen somebody welcoming TT. Alright, so TT, miss a comment. Alright, welcome to the chat. I know you're new here. Yes, and you can deep fry, dip in a batter, and then fry mixture. And okay. Alright, well, thanks for that information, guys. It's something I could try in the future for sure. Yeah. Maybe roll it in eggs and then some cornmeal and fry. That shit tastes good. Marlene Williams, I just fry it more by the flat pot. Yes. Right. And Marlene is quite correct there. If you really want it nice and crispy, the wider the bottom of the pot and the flatter it is, you'll have more surface area. So she's envisioning, I can envision her, you get a spatula in there and you have the room to give it a flip, almost like a burger patty. Great idea, Marlene. Great idea. Persis, how you going, man? Loving the house. Alright, so 83 people, thank you. And Titi is from Delaware. Alright, so welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. We glad to have you here. It's the first time I see you, Titi. If you have been here before, right? Yeah. I miss it. Sometimes my back might be turned to the camera, right? And I might be engaging directly like how I'm doing here right now. But I'm glad that we could connect here this morning, right? And I want to urge everybody who may be watching this live stream right now, get on your phone, send a little message. We love getting to know new people, right? And remember, of course, to go hit that like button, guys. Share it on your WhatsApp status, your Facebook page. Tell people by word of mouth, hey, it have an awesome channel. But the best thing about the channel is this community. Guys, let me tell you all something. This live stream, to me, this live stream, right, the pot. Okay, Hanuman, well, just give me a call and I appreciate that, my brother. Right, I appreciate that. So, here what we done. I followed your brother first, but I stumbled on you doing your garden, and I'm a garden person. Well, good man. Yes, Ken Alfred, what's up, my brother? Good morning to Marciel. All right, so we're going back to check this pot. Ooh, guys, it ain't burning, but it's smelling so good. Ooh, I like a hung dog here. Oh gosh, that thing's smelling real good. Really, really good, guys. I could imagine the neighbors must want to know what cooking here. All right, so we're going and do the flip. You see, that's the nice thing about when you're cooking and you have a good idea about your pot and the temperature, you could go about your business, right? And I'm going to look to give this next 5 minutes because I'm looking for, and maybe I could just taste this for salt. Right, so you definitely need some more cooking time, and we definitely need some salt inside of there. All right, I'll give it a. Oh gosh, yes I. Imtaz, watch out, crowding up at that. Oh gosh, all you. Lord have mercy. Boy, I could do that piece of pepper in there again, you know. Right, so always only me eating from the cess, so don't mind me putting my hand in the pot. In my pot. I ain't cooking for nobody here today. Right. And always see how I added that salt, and that's the correct way to do it, guys. Better to throw a little bit, right? Throw a little bit of salt and keep tasting and adding. And of course, remember, the more you taste in your pot, is your tongue does become all right, so we time in 5 minutes again. Yeah, your tongue has become very accustomed to the salt taste. So beware of that. Maybe sip a little water in between. Yeah, because you could end up with a very salty pot. But this is going to be a fantastic breakfast. Very curious to see if the Sada roti is going to swell this morning. So we're going to see what's going on with that. Man, you're doing everything I like to do, gardening, cooking, and being friendly. Yeah. Good man. That's the way to be, boy, TT. Right? Want to carry you to Tobago to meet. Oh gosh, I missed that comment there, guys. I missed that comment from somebody about wanting to carry me to Tobago to meet. Oh gosh. Want to carry you to Tobago to meet my local fishermen to cook and show the country how we live. All right, that sounded real fun. Maybe we could time to make a follower line. Yeah, man. So you have my number there. Tobago really is right there, you know. So it ain't nothing for me to hop on a plane and fly across there, do something, maybe overnight, and come back the next day. So yeah, we'll be in contact. Sugars, good morning. First time I seen you in this chat here. Sugars, right? I know, listen, we have some sweetness in the chat here this morning. Sugars, I am doing good. I know one person by the name of Sugar, and that person from Beach, right? So I don't know if it might be you. Yes. Glenn says, Sana, you can just call out your number for Hanuman. It seems like he or she is not picking it up from the comments. All right, so Hanuman, if you are ready, give me a thumbs up. Do you have a pen or a pencil nearby? I'm going to call out my number. When you're ready, just give me a thumbs up or say ready, and I'll call out the number for you. Not fake talk. Life living. Not fake talk. Yeah. I like to be real. And I think my community, right? I don't like saying that. I know our community knows me well, right? Because this is not my community, right? I am not no leader or anything like that. I just happen to be the person that the live stream going through, all right? But I think everybody here knows me quite well, all right? Oh, it's a different person, all right? So Sugars is a different person, all right? So, I sometimes I in a real funny mode. I could be funny sometimes. I could be serious plenty times. Yvonne, good morning. Um, I could be very, very quiet at times, right? But I am not afraid. I am not afraid to be who I am and how I wanna be when I wanna be. Right? So that is me in a nutshell. That is me in a nutshell, yeah. So yeah. What you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. Yeah, at times, man, it has sometimes people might come and visit here, and mom and dad will come and say, hey, look at that, somebody in front would like to see you. And I'll go out and, offer some coffee, sit down, talk a little bit. But, I might have been doing something, and I will just politely say, well, it's nice to meet all you. And I come back in the back here, because the thing about it, yes, Anisha, it was real good. Yeah, no cat in bag, no cat in bag. Yes, I feel like I get the pot, like, I have to rest. Yeah, girl, I sleep whole night last night. Kathleen, girl, I sleep whole night. I know what you're saying. You see, I post up the video early this morning. Yeah, but no, I got a really, really good rest. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, boy, just look. I reach a kind of stage. I reach a kind of stage in my life where when when I want to do something, I do it. If I want to be alone, I entitled to that. If I want to be in the company of people, I entitled to that. If I want to talk and kicks and laugh, I entitled to that. And all I doing now is just doing what I want to do and making sure that I ain't harm anybody in the process. That is all. That is all. And I have been having real good days with this kind of thinking, with this kind of mindset. I am enjoying my life, and I thank God for it. Only we even get to see it, right? But thanking God for another day, thanking God for all that He has done for us. Guys, blessings, blessings upon blessings. Every day is a blessing. Every breath we take is a blessing. Think about how many times a human is taking a breath. Think about how many times for the day. And I'm sure if we Google it, right? I'm sure if we Google it, hey, thanks there, Jade. I'm sure if we Google it, we'll get an answer. How many times does an average person take in a breath? And maybe somebody could check it there for us and let us know. But I am telling you, each of those breaths is a blessing. Is a blessing, right? And we had a country blessings. All right, so we're going good here. We have a nice little sizzling going on. And as we could see, the oil started to separate. This is how to do the okra. Nice fry okra scene here. And what we could do is see if somehow or the other we could tilt this pot, right? Because our okra finished cooked there, guys. And maybe we could, right, so let me take off this burner here and see if we could come up with some kind of plan of action. Some kind of plan of action where we could tilt this a bit so we wouldn't be fishing out all that oil, right? And we can see how it goes. So, all right, so it's not the ideal situation. Let me see what I could do. Right. So let me organize and turn on this tower here because watch me now. A man hungry like that, you know. So turn that tower on there, guys. Right, we go wash up our ways later because all the water started to come back nice. So we'll deal with that. But we don't have time to deal with that now. Right, so let me flip camera here. We start to deal with the road, eh? Oh, we need to get some hot water because I definitely will love to have a cup of coffee with this breakfast. Nice. And what I could probably do is take out some packs of chicken. Right. So this pilau I make it tomorrow, please God, is going to have chicken, pork, and pigtail in it. So it's a real nice cook up I'm making tomorrow, please God. Alright, so it's quarter past, it's 10 past. I'm going to Amatico to see them leave. Them just get away until they can't take the bread. Do real super soft. Wow. Very, very soft. So I'm spreading it out to get my initial shape here one time, guys. 1, 2, 3. And flip, quarter turn. Right. Let me see if we will be lucky here. And as you can see, the excess oil here. And one of the things I just do sometimes is get some tissue paper, right? Because if I try to move the pot there, right, what will end up happening is little thing. And I just will rest this here. Right? So even if I put back that pot flat, we won't have a problem. Right, so we trying to see if this roti got swell here this morning. So that's my first turn, right? I go into a Matagor to see them lady fat. I go into a Matagor to see them lady fat. Then they take away and they can't hold their breath. I go into a Matagor to see them lady fat. Oh, Matagor night is for ladies to get away. I think it have a good possibility that I think it have a good possibility it goes well. Right? Because I'm watching here, right? And I ain't even start the sake yet. I kinda tempted to give it a little flip and then flip it back momentarily, but I see we thinking Roti have a little boss here. Alright, so let me see if we could get this roti swelling here a little bit. I know people say you could also put it into the microwave. Not good enough for me. Yeah, man. Eh. What? Better than that is spoil. Nice. Guys, look at that. Make we cup our coffee first. I am so looking forward to eating this meal that I take my time and prepare straight from the garden to the table. That's what we're talking about. Right? So it's time to make some coffee, guys. Did I put it in the kettle? Yes, I did. And only, don't tell me they not the best part. This is the best part. Right? Don't ever throw that away. See that? Real nice. Guys, I was going to sit down and eat this outside here, but to be honest with all you, I think I'm going in the caboose and sit down and enjoy my meal in the caboose. So let me go, we carry the whole sappy. Alright? Let me go rest on this. I'll come back for the food. We're gonna eat this now, guys. Stay tuned. Oh gosh. I'm real hungry, you know. I'm hungry, but I'm hungry. But it's ready. Yeah. I don't think you could cook for yourself. I tell you. Yeah, man. Woo. All right. So everybody, I did it. I don't know if somebody could take a picture here for me. This could be the second picture. Right? Take a picture of this, guys. Nice. All right. Amen. All right. So, Venita, good morning. Francis, Patricia. All right. All right. So, guys, I see we have 102 people in the house, and this is what my meal looks like this morning. This is what my meal looks like this morning. I haven't eaten in days, so it's so hard for me. Is that by choice, Marlene, or are you in some sort of crisis or something? Karen, good morning. Salisha says she coming now. So guys, this is the meal, and time to get into it. All right, time to get into this meal. Moment of truth. Love how the Sada come out. All right. Boy, coffee time. Listen, surasati, it's really delicious. And welcome, first time I seen you here, Steve Rampasad. You would not regret planting those 8 okra trees. All right, so Marlene, we sorry to hear that, girl, but when you say you ain't eat for days, you mean like literally you ain't eat for days, Marlene? I just ask you, I'm not doubting you. I mean, it's like your cupboards totally dry? Are you from Trinidad? Are you living away? I so sorry to be eating. And I know that you have something to eat, Gil. Which part you live in? What area? If it's somewhere nearby, I guarantee you it have more in the pot. If it's somewhere nearby and I could reach you, I'll take it out and I'll personally bring it for you. Millicent. Vanita, I put everything inside of here. Real pepper inside of here. Nice, too bad. Yeah, which part? What part of Trinidad? You don't want to be precise. North, south, east, west. Marlene, it's so hard. It's so hard. I like to tell you. I almost feel to end this live stream. Right? It it does pain me to be eaten and knowing that it have not only you, but probably many other people that do have something on the table. Right? And I will be praying for you today, Gil. I'll be praying for you today that might somebody might feel, right? God might move somebody, and hopefully somebody might show up with a bag of groceries or some kind of thing for your Gil. Yeah? And I sure all let me send Marlene some love, right? And there are plenty people in this situation, guys. And that's why we have to remember. Be grateful for the things that you have. Right? Just imagine right here in Trinidad, somebody mentioning that they didn't eat for a couple of days. And now I see you mention 2 children. You know? Somebody who know this lady. Reach out and help. Right? Reach out and help. And Marlene, sometimes we don't like to do it, but you can't starve to that. And reach out to people, girl. Reach out to people. People is know the honest ones. You go to some grocery or something and tell them your situation bad and you really think. Don't ask nobody for money. Just say, hey, whatever basics I could get, a little rice, a little oil, a little flour, 2-3 pounds of potato, you know, and Gil, sometimes look in the yard, it might have a little bhaji growing or something, and while we talking, if you have a little yard, go and get some bygone flour, some bhaji seeds, and sprinkle. Next 3-4 weeks, you could be eating rice and bhaji. I telling all the things I doing during the COVID. During the COVID, things was hard. And I had a little garden right there. And I just continue planting because I realized that, hey, nah boy, I need some help, boy. So guys, they know how much I enjoy my food, right? But I really wouldn't be showing too much, right? Yeah, but I really enjoying my meal. And always get real hungry watching videos. Sometimes people, because you're really trying not to be a burden on people and thing, you know. Sometimes you decide to keep quiet, but sometimes you have to open your mouth too and let people know, hey, I really need a little help. I really need a little help. And you know, maybe you could exchange labor for food or something. Say, hey, I don't even care about money. You know, if I could get some onions, some potatoes, that's what I will do. If I really reach that stage where things real rock bottom and I can't even get a job to give me a little money, I go and tell people, hey, listen, I don't want no money or anything. I just want to, I just want to get some food. You know, if you could give me a tin or something or some sugar or something. Beautiful Emerald. You see, from the time you bring money into it, people just get like alert. Nah, something adding up here. But if you go to somebody and they say, listen to me, I've been trying to get work, I can't get any work, right? But here what going on. This morning is not about money or anything. Any little chore that you have, I'm willing to do it, and in exchange, if I could just get a little food stuff, right? Some rice, some flour, a little oil, whatever you could give me. And let me tell you something. When you approach people like that, people is people is realize people is realize that, hey, this is a genuine case. And half of your work is over when people realize how genuine you are. When people pass and see that, hey, yeah, boy, really and truly. But here now, you know what's one of the worst thing? One of the worst thing is to help somebody. To help somebody. They cry the world of tears for you. Right? I'm not talking about you and Marlene, I'm talking in general, you know. And lo and behold, you you fix them up with something. And next thing you see them on Facebook, on a boat cruise, or in some party, or showing off some lipstick that they buy, right? Or they're in a restaurant eating, and you say, but come on. Who like who likes to be conned? Who likes to be conned? I don't like it. Because here it is. Sometimes for me to give you something, I sacrificing. I sacrificing. If I know somebody need food, boy, Nikki, how you going? If I know somebody need food, right? But you could get my help. Once I can help you, I'm helping you. I know I can't mind you. I can't mind you for no length of period, right? Look, Vinita's giving some good suggestions there. Go and check the churches. It must have a Pentecostal church. It must have an open Bible church. It must have a temple. It must have a mosque. It must have somebody that you could go to, but you can't go starving at all, darling. Right? We can't have that. God give this girl a miracle today. Give her a miracle. You just had to end up getting creative too, eh? Let me tell you something. You might get one little piece of vegetable, like how I get this okra here. Let me say somebody end up giving me 4 okra, right? If somebody give me 4 okra and say, boy, you want 4 okra, boy? Yeah, taking that boy partner. And I get the 4 okra. I go in and buy 2 onion. I go in and buy 2 onion. And if I'm lucky, I get a pepper. I look it inside of the vegetable box where they have thing throw away too. I sure I could get a little piece of pepper off a rotten pepper. And I'm sure if I turn to the man and say, brother boy, you understand? You can't spray me like a whole garlic or something, boy. And here now, I frying that up. I making sure I have something to eat. I making sure. Be ashamed to tell nobody. If I hit rock bottom and my children depending on something to eat, I lining up by all of them market vendor and them. And I going through your husband. You know, I show you know how much dashing. You know what pound of dashing I could get if I go next to a man who's selling dashing? I'm not talking about anybody specifically here in this chat. Marlene, I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking in general. But a man have a role. A man have a role. And if I know that my children starving, and I starving, boy, if I had to go by a farmer and say, boss, anything you want me to do, boy. And if you can't pay me, boss, just give me something from the garden or something. Yeah? Making joke, yes? Making joke. I know a lot of men from hearing stories, from watching videos, and some personally also. I know a lot of men who have children outside there and they ain't doing nothing about it. It's as though they do exist. I know mothers who reach out to me and say they just wish that the child father could at least call for the children's birthday to say happy birthday. That is the kind of characters it have outside here. Right? It have plenty parents longing to see their children. Or you have children and it's like they do exist. They do exist at all. You ain't studying if the child has something to eat, something to wear to go to school, right? You don't care. It's like you just drop something and a child up here and that is it. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't leave a woman with a burden. And if while I'm talking here, somebody in the audience know that this is what you're doing, you better buck up, man. You better buck up. You know, think about it. You're going to visit, carry a bag of snacks for your children, or buy a bread, or a chicken, or something. Is your kids. And how many times children just suffer because of mother and father business. I ain't carrying nothing. Come here, what she to eat from it. Right? You can't do that, boy. You can't do that. You can't do that. How you gonna do that? And then some men too. Some men too. Had children with one woman, going with the next woman, right? And it's like you forget about your flesh and blood because you start a new life here. You can't do that, and your new partner, have to understand that hey, those are my children. Those are my children, because certainly if you and I were to over, you wouldn't like me to do that to our children. I'm telling you. The same woman who don't want you to see and help out your children from before, when they hear you, if you want to move on, the table's turning now. The table's turn. She telling you say you didn't come in to see your children, you ain't provided no money, right? So when you're here, right? I'm in that same situation, similar like that, yeah? Yes, it's true, I'm Alan, buddy. I'm glad to see you. Look, Vashti and Avril, the water girl. Hey, Vashti and Avril are so happy to see you there. Alright. So, guys, I hope all you enjoy this little video here today. I see water come back. So, I'm going to organize and go and wash up them ways and thing. And then I'm going to organize and start to deal with cutting up the chicken and make some grind seasoning and thing. So I will let my phone charge up a little bit, and or you can always check on your phone, because I ain't really in the mood. I'm not really in the mood to make a video today, right? So, but I don't mind setting up a little live stream, because when you do a live stream like this, you could move on. You could move on with your day, right? I don't really have to pause, I can just put a thing there and I do it my work and that kind of thing. So if all you're interested in a live stream, maybe later on in the day, or you could let me know. Alright? Nisha Narayan, hello. Yes, Judy S. Good morning, blessings. Yeah. I know my battery low, so I will leave the phone to charge up a little bit. I might actually, if I go back live, it might be like next hour or so, right? Tonight I ain't too sure if I might go on, right? But I feel somewhere during the course of the day, if it is I'm not going to make a video, right? I'll be like cutting up the chicken and seasoning it and that kind of thing. So If all you're interested in that, right, check your phone and maybe we could do our next little live stream. Alright, so with that being said, Zaid Aziz, nice to see you again. With that being said, guys, continue to enjoy your day today. Marlene, I hope God sends something your way, girl. But remember, things don't always come to you. You might have to get dressed and go outside there, check out. It must, it, okay, rather, no problem, right? Yeah, you, it had to have somebody you could check. It had to have somebody, and you ain't checking them for no money, right? So, Olia, with that being said, I go on, remember to hold Marlene in all your prayers, right? Nice. I love your garden. Could you like the... Yeah. Nice one. Alright, so bless we out.